Hello there, kia ora. Yesterday, Minister of Social Development Louise Upston made an announcement for people who are going on to the job seeker benefit. You know, like some of those 4,000 people who have lost their jobs working in government services because they've got to pay for their tax cuts for landlords and the rich people. The changes that they're bringing in mean that social development staff are going to have to meet with people on job seeker benefits within 2 weeks of those benefit applications starting. And that's quite clearly not going to work for a number of reasons. I mean, this is clearly performative BS from the National Party, who like to beat up on beneficiaries as an easy vote getter for them. So, this system was never going to work. But there's actually a number of reasons why this isn't going to work. And not just the fact that when we're told sanctions should be a last resort and now they're using it as a first resort, that we should really take into mind what it is that they are saying. You see, one of the things that's really important to know about how any kind of large government organization works is if you want to organize appointments or meetings or group training sessions, for example, you need backroom staff to do it, which MSD is losing pretty fast. In fact, 200 people just 2 weeks ago took voluntary redundancy from MSD because, again, tax cuts for landlords. How are you going to organize all of these extra people who need to go and meet with these caseworkers who haven't been assigned yet when you don't have the backroom staff to do it and your front room staff are far too busy dealing with the massive increase of people who have been laid off for tax cuts? See what I mean? There's a bit of ridiculous to it. Now, we were told in February as well that this government wasn't going to start doing sanctions like this until June, and this particular sanction isn't going to kick until then. But what they said in June was, we'll be checking up on people who have been on the benefit for over 6 months. Not we will be monitoring people who have just got on the benefit. One of the other things to take on board here is that the process for actually finding a job is something that doesn't seem to have been tied into this. For example, the average wait time to get any kind of response for a job application ranges from 2 weeks to nearly a month, depending on the job that you're looking for. And different sectors, different businesses obviously have different processes for all of this. But that means that, generally speaking, people who are going to be forced to go into training sessions or go to these meetings are still going to be in the process of trying to find out whether or not they can get a job. They're still literally at the start of their journey of hunting for replacement work. 2 weeks in, that meeting should literally just be, have you sent off any applications? Cool, done. So why waste the time and the resources to do this? Well, because the government wants to look like they're being tough on beneficiaries. I'm sorry, proactive with beneficiaries getting off job seeker. But hey, they're also telling you that you can be proactive in other ways. The numbers that they're looking at for taking off people from job seekers also include people who leave the country, people who go to prison, or people who pass away. So, I guess in theory, you could go to these meetings and they could ask, what are you going to do to get off job seeker benefit? You could literally go, guess I'll die then. Or just show them this meme. They might understand it, or they might just be absolutely stressed by the fact that they're overworked, underpaid, and the government keeps piling more and more work on them, expecting them to do exactly the same thing for not particularly good money, so that they can pay for tax cuts for landlords and the wealthy.